Like, I was just sitting here and I was having a random thought. I'm wondering, like, do y'all wonder, like, how these rappers get so much money and how they make so much music? Or, like, how they are making their music and stuff, and, like, how they do their job, how do they tour in 2 days, and how do they, how? And I was wondering, like, how do they do all of that? And I was wondering, like, how do these young Instagram influencers get so much money? How these rich white people get so much money? Like, how is everybody getting so much money? And where are they getting their money from and stuff? To pay their bills, to feed their kids, to provide for their family. How are they making that? How are they making it? And so I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, how? Maybe it's from their parents. Maybe they have a job. Even if they have a job, I don't know. If I could Google everyone's job, like a brand ambassador, a rapper. I can Google it. How much do they make? And I'm telling you, it's not as much as they're showing on social media. Like, they're making way less, because there's only 3 classes that a person could be put in: high class, middle class, and low class. So if you're saying that you make $1 million, you're not in middle class, you're not even in high class. That's just being a regular billionaire. That's not high class, that's not middle class, that's not low class, that's being a billionaire. And rappers always say that they make so much money, and I'm like, so are you a billionaire? They're not billionaires though, but you make so much money. So are you a high class, low class, or middle class? Which one? Like, and if that, what is your occupation? How much do you make an hour? What's your wages? Like a regular job, I don't understand why that's so hard for people to say. Oh, I make 9 to 5. I work from 9 to 5. I make $9 an hour. Like, how is that so hard? Like, that should be easy, but people on social media just bougie and they ugly about it. And so that's why I wanted to ask, like, young influencers that's my age who could possibly have some of the same problems that I have. But as I'm talking to them, they don't seem to relate at all to anything that I'm saying. And I'm like, sorry, this got over my eyes. I'm like, I don't know why I thought that. Not that I don't know why I thought, but they're like, oh, I don't know why you thought that, I would know anything about that, or that I would know anything like that. I'm like, we the same age, we look alike, we act alike, we was in the same grade, we graduated in the same year. Like, you get what I'm saying? These are some similarities that people will use to say, oh, maybe you would know something about that. But they're like, oh, well, I don't know. So the influencers my age, I would never ever ask anything, because they just don't know. So that part. And so I tried to ask some moms who automatically would be considered to have that many problems, like people who dance, rock stars, people who dance, people who have triplets, people who have like triplet boys, twin boys, triplet boys, who just have their hands full and just do a lot of stuff, and they seem like they have some type of similarities as me, because they have their hands full just like I do. So I asked them, and they're like, well, we don't know, because we're not broke, we have money and all that. And I'm like, how does everyone get this money? Like, where is they getting this money from? That's my only question. Like, how are you making it? How can you get it? Where are you getting it from? Like, is it online? Are you getting it cash? Is it credit? Like, what type of money? Like, what type of money is it? Like, it's starting to get down to that boiling point where I have to ask the type, because everyone doesn't have the same exact cash. So, yeah. So, peace and blessings.